Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steph here. Hope you've been well. I know I have. That's kind of a lie though, because I know you didn't see me last week, and that's because I really wasn't feeling well, so I had to postpone last week's video to today. Today's video is a continuation, or part 2, of the dump digging video that I did with Amanda, a digger de gaz, on Instagram 3 weeks ago now. We probably found even more interesting stuff in this video than we did in the first half, so you're definitely going to want to stay tuned until the end. We managed more awesome buttons, silver, and maybe a hint of gold. So we're going to hop into that in a second, but first, as a reminder, I am a proud affiliate of KELLYCO Metal Detector, so if you need anything metal detecting related at all, please shoot me an email at stefdigs@gmail.com if you need some help, or if you already know what you want from the KELLYCO website, feel free to use my code STEFDIGS when you check out. All right, let's hop in. All right, still loosening some dirt right there. And I saw this fall down right away. I did see a green edge. I haven't looked at it yet for real this time. And let's see, what do we have? Is this oh, it looks like a little great seal button. Oops. I don't think it has a back. Does it not have a back? Yeah, I think that's just dirt. But it's actually in remarkably good shape. It's not smashed or anything. All right. Okay, again, still just working in here. And I pulled out this chunk of iron because I saw something green attached to it. And it's a button front. It looks like there's an eagle on the top and something in the center of a shield. That eagle almost looks like German. I don't know. I'm going to rinse that off real quick. You know, spraying it off didn't help too much. You can see an eagle at the top. There's a shield in the center, and it looks like men in armor on either side of it. There is no back, so I'm not going to get any help there. But a lot of gilt left on that. At first, I was thinking it almost looked like a, like a swastika in the middle or something like that. But thankfully, I don't think that's what it is. Anyway, cool button. Well, this is the giving hole, I guess. This just, flopped out face up. And nice little cuff button. Let's see. I'm just making it dirtier by touching it, aren't I? Nice navy cuff. Wow, that's beautiful. Yep, not going to get anything off the back right now. Set that aside, because I saw another button right next to it. Don't know if it's off the same garment. It certainly could be. I'm hitting cloth now. I'm finding a lot of cloth. So it could have been the same uniform. I don't know. Actually, you know what? That's a great seal button. So great seal button and navy button right next to each other. Same size, cuff size. And just to prove that we're not just finding buttons here, Scott just found a marble. That's awesome. I've only ever found one marble in a dump, and it was a clay marble, so not a bad find, but I would gladly take a glass one, and just like a circle on top, so Amanda was saying that's on the older side. Huh. Very cool.
Thank you.
So Amanda just got something cool.
Yeah.
We have, oh wow.
And
nice navy button.
full shake.
Yep, perfect shape. That's going to clean up really nicely.
Yeah.
And we were just talking, too, that we're thinking, there's a lot of, well, Amanda brought this up because I wasn't smart enough to think of it, evidently. We're in an area where it makes sense to find a lot of navy buttons because we're not far from the shore. So, yeah. All right. Back to my hole.
There's the first silver coin.
Woohoo! What? You got a silver coin?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No, Mark.
Oh, my God. I was just saying, I hope someone finds a coin today.
It took me a minute to figure out the head where it was shaped, but yeah, it's a mark.
Wow. That is totally crustified, but you know what? I mean, you have to figure they would have burned the dump at some point.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Awesome. So it paid off, hey. Because I know this hole hasn't been like super duper productive for you yet, but at least there was some silver in there.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And a marble.
Yeah, and a marble.
And a marble, yep. I guess I shouldn't have turned the camera off because I started going back to my hole. The moment I turned off my camera, Amanda found You said it's a one-piece button, or is it just missing the back?
It's a one piece, but it's actually the crown anchor.
Oh, wow. Let me see. Yeah, that's like what I found, but I think mine has a different kind of crown on it.
Yeah, the crown will help age it or date it.
Definitely. Oh, that's so cool that it's a one piece. I did find a one piece today, and I broke the shank off. Oh, well, it happens. That's really cool.
Thanks.
Love that. I'm going to just keep walking from person to person. We had to find a zipper.
Yeah, but that's so crazy.
It looks like
looking one.
oh, it's like a harp or something.
Yeah.
That's wicked cool. I can't possibly tell you what it really is, but, you know, for a zipper find, because we're finding a lot of zippers out here, and they keep tricking us into thinking, you know, that they're edges of buttons and stuff because they're green. But, yeah, that's really cool.
Thanks.
Very different.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm finally getting back over to my hole now. And I noticed right on the side here, and I know it didn't come out of this. I've been very careful about putting my brass buttons in my finds case. Right on the surface, I believe this is a New York cuff button. And missing the shank, but it should have a back mark. I think there is a back to it. So, yeah, safe to say, having a great day out here. All right, back to Amanda. She found something cool.
Falling over.
Yeah, I know. It's tough terrain. It doesn't look it, but it's very hilly. Whoa.
It's crushed.
Yeah, but... Yeah, motor man.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna sound stupid. Is this like it? No, it looks like it's help me. Helm. That's the word I was looking for. Holy crap, I'm having a problem today. In the middle there. So I wonder. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm just gonna sound stupid. But it's a beautiful button.
Thanks.
We'll figure out what it is. I'm sure. Nice. Amanda said she found a key. A key. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's not like skeleton, but you know what? Different kind of shape.
Yeah.
I have no idea how old these are, but keys are like almost impossible to date. So, oh, that's different.
A key.
A key. And I turned on the camera initially because I see something big, round, and green in the hole. And if I were metal detecting, you guys would think I was talking about a copper, but I see a big button. And I think it's a decent shape, but I can't tell. Whoa. Oh, man. Talk about a crazy anchor button. Holy. That is beautiful. I've never seen anything like that. I think the shank is gone. Trying to be gentle with this. I don't know though, because there's still fabric attached. I'm definitely going to clean that up and come right back. Okay, I brushed this off and it's exquisite. I don't know what else to say. Back appears to be like tin or iron or something. I did just pull a piece of cloth off of it though, so I'm thinking there might be a shank under all that junk, but I'm not sure. And yeah, wow. There might actually still be a good amount of gilt left on that. But I almost want to leave it like this. It's so pretty and green, but if I leave it like this, then this rust will take over. So anyway, that is awesome. So I just found this button, and this is something very different. We don't see this too often at all. You see a man standing there, and it says POD underneath. So that stands for Post Office Department, I believe. It's a postal button. And the back is there with the full shank. It's not in bad shape. It's a little beaten up, but that'll clean up beautifully. You don't see those every day, so very happy with that. Well, Scott is in a silver pocket because he just found a silver ring.
Yeah,
That's
a
pretty.
little beat up, but
Yeah. Like I said, though, if you just stuffed it onto one of your fingers, you'd straighten it right out.
yeah.
Wow. I don't think it's I'm looking for a mark in here. Maybe.
Might be where it's bent.
It could be.
You want my toothbrush?
That's alright. I probably wouldn't be able to get in there
Wow.
that well.
Yep. Silver pocket is yours. Nice. Well, surprise, surprise, another button. This is a nice brass one. Looks complete. And yep, I got an anchor. Navy button. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, just to give you an idea, those are just all the brass ones, and the odds and ends and rubber ones are really starting to pile up over there, so that's pretty crazy. This place has a ton of buttons and bottles too, but I don't think we found any of those complete today, so very cool. I turned the camera on to film one of my finds, and Amanda said, "Ooh, nice plastic button. That's a pretty one.
Yeah, pretty
Blue. Beautiful."
Yeah.
And I turned my camera on because I just got a little rust ball. Amanda was telling me to look for the rust balls with a little something green in them, and I got a cuff button of some kind. I have no clue what it is yet. I'm assuming probably another navy. Yeah, it looks like the bottom of an anchor, but let me clean it up real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's an anchor on there. So, I'm gonna smack this into drop it into a Vaporust when I get home, I guess. To get this big chunk off. And, yeah, we'll let that be that. Very nice. I was on my way to, relieve myself, but Amanda goes, "Oh my God!" And for good reason. We've got something, it looks Victorian gold plated. It's got like, just judging by the scriptiness of the letters. Wow. Oh my God. That is pretty amazing. Do you want my water bottle? We can spray it off and
Yeah.
okay, we'll come right back. Okay, so this was sprayed off. You sure it's not, you know what? I think it's silver plated. I think it's just looking gold because silver plating likes to do that to us. Not a clue what those initials are. Like B something or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's a pretty amazing piece. Very nice.
Thank you.
Awesome. So be careful where you set your knees. Here's my knee. There's a big beautiful button here. Looks like, just saw it briefly. Oh, there it is. Nice great seal button. We're starting to lose a little bit of light here, so I'm not going to take a lot of time brushing that off, but it'll be fun to get the rust off when I get home. I think it's going to be in pretty good shape. I just found something pretty cool. I got a flash of green out of the corner of my eye. And it almost looks like the helm to a ship, because that's exactly what it is. I can see it. Whoa, I'm going to brush that off and I'll come right back. We'll get a close-up. Yep, without a doubt, that's the helm of a ship. And it looks like, based on this little hook right there, that this did have a bar attachment. So it's some kind of pin. That is easily one of the coolest things I've found today. I love that. I don't think there's any lettering around the edge, but if I find out that there is, I'll certainly let you know. Well, as I was saying, we're nearing the end of the day. Amanda moved again for one last little spot over there. Scott has left, and I just dug this. I had to brush it off first to see what it was. But I believe I have an artillery button. You can see the script A in the middle, not to be confused with the War of 1812 script A. It is a two-piece, but I've got to assume that's an artillery button. And that is my first one ever. This button dump is just amazing. I can't really say much more about it. I was going to kind of shut off filming for the day, but when you find something like that, definitely got to get it on camera. That is awesome. Okay, next up is a daunting task. I have been dreading it since I think September 26th when we went out and did this dump dig, but we have to go into a wrap-up of literally a couple hundred buttons. So this is going to be great. I'm going to try to breeze through that though, because I know that that's kind of a lot to ask you to sit through. So we'll just go over some of the better stuff and I'll show you the whole spread of everything that I found that day. And before we get into that, as a reminder, if you haven't already done so and you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. It would really mean a lot to me and it definitely helps the channel. Okay, on to this behemoth wrap-up. Well, there you have it, the spread from an 8-hour day at a button dump. I think you can see why I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed with filming this wrap-up, but in any case, let's just dive right into it and try to keep it on the shorter side. even though that looks pretty difficult. Okay, so we found a zillion of these, and the more experienced dump diggers that have gone out there, I'm pretty darn sure don't grab these anymore. I basically took them out of the way so that I wasn't seeing roundness everywhere, because that'll throw you off, and then you'll pick it up thinking it's a nice brass one. Here's some of the other odds and ends. These are really cool, actually. These are shell buttons, and this one I really liked because that shank is kind of the same style as like colonial to early, maybe mid 1800s. So that was a really cool grab there. Some Bakelite buttons. Those will be like early to mid 1900s, more like 1900s, mid 1900s, excuse me. Grabbed some cool pieces of glass, some pottery, some other miscellaneous plastic buttons there. I don't know what this is. If you guys have any clue, let me know. It's probably just part of a zipper or something, but I was curious enough to keep it, so hey, there you go. Speaking of zippers, I got one there. A bunch of rivety type things, and Amanda was telling me that sometimes they'll have a pattern on them. I wasn't finding that with any of the ones that I dug up, but hey, you know, I mean, there still could be. I don't know. I've only cleaned things so much. So here are all the brass buttons. And some of them you can see are in really rough shape that I didn't put up on the screen or I didn't film. You know, you'll find a front like this and it's just chewed up beyond recognition almost. And, you know, you save what you can. I mean, I hate to leave that in a dump, but on my second outing, we just went out again a couple of weeks ago. I was much more selective, so I didn't grab this kind of stuff. And I didn't grab like super duper trashed buttons like that. I think I only grabbed a couple if it was something I didn't have. So that'll be a one-part video because I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea, but it's just a little something different. So that's kind of why I did the dump digging videos. But let's get on to the variety that we have here. So a lot of these are turn of the century navy buttons, okay, especially these, the eagle over the anchor. That was very common. We have some great seal buttons. Those will probably date between World War I, World War II, like I was pointing out in the video with the captions. Just some nice cuffs there. We've got some early Navy buttons as well. This was definitely my favorite Navy button. That's a nice big chunky one. And supposedly if it's like really biscuity and tall like that, biscuity is not even a word, but someone said it recently and it just stuck with me. It could have been like a staff officer's button or something. It's got a tin back. I still haven't found anything on it. If you know anything about this particular button, let me know because I actually did end up finding more of these. Spoiler alert in another video. So let's see, what else do we have here? This, I really wish it had been whole. This is what am I trying to say? A Civil War era General Service Eagle button. So that's why I kept that one, because even though it was really falling apart and stuff, that's a good piece of history right there. So I kept that. This, I didn't realize what it was until I got home and really cleaned it off. It is an army band button, I believe. So again, that's probably early 1900s, somewhere in there. Wish this had been in better shape. You didn't see me film this because it's so smashed up. I think this is the top of a New York state seal button, but an older one, like maybe mid-1800s. So not like this one right here, which you did see me film. And then the New Jersey state seal there. So that's pretty cool. My little post office department button. I love that little guy. Whoops. Losing focus here. I'm using my ring light for the first time over this mid-19th century chest, in case you're wondering. And it should be pretty good for wrap-ups over the winter. At least I can like sit down now instead of craning over the ring light during the winter. But in any case, this is the first one I've ever dug, so that was really cool. I see people dig them all the time, and I always want one, so finally have one. Nice navy button with a ton of gold gilt left. My police button, that monogram A button there. I'll get my finger out of the way. That's not helping anything. British Royal Navy button. I love that. This one I am going to pick up real quick. I don't know how this didn't make it to film. It must have been like the last thing I dug out of the dump or something. But anyway, it's a British Royal Marines button. And it says light artillery. I really can't get this crud off. I'm going to try to put some CLR on that and see if it helps better than the Evapo-Rust did. But you can see I really scrubbed the crap out of this with a brass brush. And I still can't get that off, so it might be as good as it gets. But I really love that button. It's just too bad I can't get it any cleaner, but it is what it is. See anything else here? This one I'm still curious about, guys. That's from part 1, the anchor with the horseshoe. If you have any information on that, please drop me a comment. I still have no idea. I'm pretty darn sure it's civilian, but a lot of you commented and said that you really liked that one. So, yeah, that's about it. I did realize I'm actually missing one button, but that's because it's already in a display. That was my Taunton, Mass. Police Officers button. That's already in a display somewhere else, so I forgot to bring it up here with me. Whoopsies. But, yeah, there's the spread. It was definitely a fun day. It was fun the second time around, and I can't wait to share that video with you real soon. Okay, so that's it for this week. Next week we are going back to regularly scheduled metal detecting videos, and then I will have another dump digging video coming up, and I think maybe like 6 weeks or so. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked that far ahead yet, but I have a lot of footage in the bank, so that's a good thing. In any case, remember, get out there, save what you can, do what you love. We'll see you next week.